Budget Blinds. Visit their showroom or call today for a free in-home consultation.
This is Newcap News with Bart Pediasic.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. We begin tonight with a significant drug bust by the Lloydminster RCMP. Police say they were called to a domestic disturbance at a home in the 3500 block of 52nd Avenue around 10 o'clock Saturday morning and arrested a man. A 30-year-old Dwayne Thompson from Lloydminster was found to be in possession of 198 grams of crack cocaine, estimated to have a street value of around $17,000. Thompson has been charged with possession for the purpose of trafficking. He remains in custody until his next court appearance on January 5th. Well, sticking to the world of drugs, earlier this year, the Lloydminster RCMP teamed up with the Lloydminster Bobcats in Operation Keep Straight. Now, the Bobcats who took part in the trip are using their experience to reach out to children in the border city.
Well, focus is on getting high, so they can forget.
The Lloydminster Rotary Club presented the Bobcats with a donation of $1,000 in support of Project Keep Straight. President Wade Blythe says it is one of the most important contributions the club has made.
They've really been reaching out to schools, as they said in a presentation, all over the area here. So for the money we spent on their trip out there and the impact it had on them, and then to come back and do this presentation to all the students and get the message out there, is covering a lot of ground.
The 4 Bobcat players who went to East Hastings in September have since been going to elementary schools and sharing their experiences with children as young as 11 years old.
We see the devastation that drugs cause, and study after study has shown that if you get to these youth when they're at a certain age, it's more effective than waiting till they have a problem.
Everyone's just really shocked. Like some of the kids, you can hear like the "oh my gosh" or that, and like by the end of it, they don't have too many questions just because they're absorbed everything that came. The experience will be like a lifetime memory. Like it's something you never want to go down. Like it's a tough road.
So far, the Bobcats, accompanied by an RCMP member, have presented to a half a dozen grade 6 classes. They plan to visit all of the schools in hopes of preventing drug use in the community. The city is ramping up to host the 2016 RBC Cup, but until today, there weren't many more big events on the horizon. As City Council reporter Jeremy Thompson tells us, that may change. Here's more from City Hall.
The final council meeting of the year began with an exciting motion. The city will be putting in a bid for the 2018 Saskatchewan Winter Games, something they haven't hosted since 1983. Councillor Larry Sauer says he's very excited for the opportunity.
It gives us a chance to showcase our city, our facilities, our people and our businesses. So I think it's a great event to do that.
And the results are in from the first ever Your Voice Night back in November. Mayor Saunders says there are lots of things to consider, including stiffer penalties for mistakes and the complete removal of the in-camera session. Now, keeping in mind, these are still just recommendations from the public.
Relevance and credence to all the opinions of people that came to Your Voice. And those will be taken into consideration in the development of a code of conduct revamping.
We'll be following these stories and more in the coming week. Reporting from City Hall, Jeremy Thompson, Newcap News.
Well, it's no secret that this fall season has been a mild one so far. And with a lack of heavy snow, you might think city plow crews have less work to do, translating into huge savings on operating costs. Well, the city says that is true to an extent. There are a couple of reasons taxpayers might not see significant savings. The first is that while December 2015 has been mild, February this year had significant snowfall. There's also daily maintenance that's not as obvious as snow removal.
It's been a good thing that we don't have a bunch of snow to plow. We're catching up on some other stuff, but the guys are all working every day. We've got lots of work to do, and so it's good. We'll take the no snow.
Alan Caford says the city also has a night crew that works throughout the winter months just in case severe weather strikes.
Winter maintenance doesn't stop just because there's no snow.
He says while conditions haven't been severe, they haven't been consistent either, adding constant temperature changes make cleanup much more challenging.
The temperatures that we have been experiencing are tougher for us to manage. It would be better if it was +4 because everything melts, or -10 because everything freezes. What we have right now, we put salt and sand on the roads and things get wet and then it freezes at night. It's easier for us if it would get cold.
Those cooler temperatures do seem to be on their way, along with more snow. Capert says if they do see significant savings, they'll be reinvested into other areas.